Right. Welcome, everybody. We have some new shocks for the Gladius here. Dual stage springs. We've got them quite light today. Well, let me know what you think. Gave the wheels a paint job because, yeah, they're a bit beat and I had to do some drilling to get some of the screws out and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, gave them a bit of a paint job. Let me know what you think. And I have put a new roll cage. We had the purple on there, you might have noticed from before. Gone for the red. Was going to go black, but, you know, she was back in black, but I'm kind of doing a bit of a, it's turned into a black and red theme. But anyhow, let's see how we get going up this hill. First little obstacle. Let's get on our way. Squatting quite a lot on the arse end. I think I might stiffen the rear ends up, I think, going by that, because I don't want it squatting that much, because obviously we don't want it tipping back. So that's always a good test for a nice long kind of drawn up hill. Just testing it on some rocks. Now I do have new mic going, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better with this wind, because it's always windy down here. So hopefully you can hear me. Just test it, seeing how it's going over a couple of little loose obstacles, seeing how the shocks perform, cycling them through a bit. Might just give it a bit of a bash over these. Just want to see whether she's bouncing, whether she's riding well. Oops. I'm watching the camera, not watching the vehicle. Oh, damn. Now I'm watching the vehicle, not the camera. Alright, what I'm looking for is she's not skipping and bouncing. I need her to stay planted. And then obviously once we get into some other obstacles, we'll be able to see whether I've got it tuned in right for off camber, crawling, flexing, all that shenanigans. Let's get over into this stuff. It's brisk and cold. Right. Whew. It's cold. So cold. Right, how are we going to get on this? Let's see. Is this going to behave? Oh, why you always do that? There you go, that's better. Well, we definitely thawed out. Everything's... This stuff's also loose. No. Okay. Let us try this. Bit of side traversing. Not too bad. Let's have a look at what we've got going on there. Oh, get a bit close there. We'll just give it a little run down this. Again, just watching the shocks. Got 350 weight CST in all four. And like I say, top and bottom springs I've got light all the way around. And today, obviously, testing, seeing how that's performing, see whether I need to change anything. At the moment, I think second stage on the rear, I'm going to stiffen up, see how that goes. Just so she doesn't squat so much when she's climbing up steep hills. I have got brass weights all around on this one, but it is biased to the front, so she is set up that way, obvious reasons. Don't want it flipping on its back. So, still, I'm noticing that the arse end in this is wanting to squat a lot. Even though, if you notice there, everywhere we're going, shocks are all equal all the way around. Motor, more brass weight, everything is weight biased to the front. But she is definitely wanting to squat on the rear end. Right, we'll go over to this other place. Be back in a second. See, we were down here the other day where everything was frozen. Now, as you can see, it's definitely not frozen. It's all turned to mush. Now, if you notice I'm jerky driving today, I wouldn't blame the vehicle too much. I'd more blame my frozen fingers. Because it's quite nippy today. Woo! And there's quite a breeze blowing, which is making the cold feel worse. Again, hopefully you can hear everything. This is a take one and all, so I'm not going to notice whether the mic's recording well or not until I get back. So Hopefully, I'm recording all right. It was so much easier climbing the other day when everything was frozen. It's quite a interesting little climb. There's so many off centers on this thing. Knocks you off balance everywhere, which is great. And obviously, again, it is a lot steeper. You see the arse end trying to lift off the ground there. It's a lot steeper than it looks on the screen. So far, I'm pretty happy with this setup. The standard shocks on the Gladius is its biggest failing. The shafts are so thin and so weak, you can literally bend them with your thumb. So having the two Gladiuses, we've bent them all. So both Gladiuses got treated at Christmas time. Santa came to the rescue and got both Gladius New Shocks. We've got different types. My daughters, we got the Endurers. These are Santa Special. I'll see if I can find a link in the description for you to where I can find ones that are similar. But yeah, I've been mucking around with the setup on these. They are very soft. Well, I've got them set very soft. But that's what I'm wanting on this. Alright, I'm losing concentration. Keep watching these shocks. Just seeing how they're performing. Look at the drop off on this. It's either going to be beautiful. Oh! You can see the tyres are getting caked up. These swamp claws are amazing tyre. I love them. They flex well, they grip well, they're great in the mud. They're great in all of this kind of shenanigans. They've been great on the rocks as well. I've been trying the J Concepts out, and they are amazing. They're a lot bigger tyre. That's why I've got them on my Beluga with the Fiamondas, however you want to say that, to fill it out. But yeah, I'm loving these tyres on this. I tried the Deep Dish. I tried to put those wheels and tyres that you'll see on one of our other videos that I've got on my Beluga, the red Jeep, and unfortunately they hit the brass weights on this, so I couldn't use them because I wanted to give them a test as well on this. And these have been back when you seen this thing doing a submarine was the last time these wheels got pulled apart, because everything, all the heads of the screws rounded off in there. They were rubbish. So I couldn't get them apart. So I finally got them the other day and I pulled them all and I just drilled them all out, and hence I gave them a touch up. Thought, change the colour. Liking the colour. I'm digging this thing up. As you've seen the other day, I think, what was that, a week or so ago, when everything was frozen, made it up. just always so loose here. We've tried everything here, and as you can see, it just crumbles. I'm just throwing this thing up the hill a little bit, just trying to see whether the shocks are going to throw it off balance. Obviously, if I can make it up, it's a bonus, but I'm seeing how here, just wanting to see whether it's like, see, when you get into situations like this, if they're a little bit too stiff, shocks will start bouncing and throwing it everywhere, so you want it to dampen well. I'm probably not explaining myself too well while I'm concentrating, but you get the gist. Oh, and if you stuck by so far as we've gotten, put some door handles on the Gladius. I kept them all black on black. And we've got a rear guard on there as well, which I haven't had to test out just yet. Let's find some rocks and see if I can scrape it over that. Come on. We are so close to rolling right now. That's a long way to come down. I know it doesn't look real steep. But it is. See if I can coax this around without rolling it back down. Let's see if we can do a little bit of side traversing. Oh, it's just going to slide all the way down. No. That's not what I wanted. Oh. I'm hung up on that bumper, so... Oh, nice. Just a nice little protection on the back there. Doesn't really help ground clearance, but it just... If you don't want to go and cut your body, which I'm not wanting to do on this, then, yeah, it's a great little protection. All right, let's see how it gets on this. Nice. I'm liking it. Yep, I'm definitely liking it. I'm liking them so far. We haven't got any good rocks to test on over here. So far, I'm liking these shocks. Nice and supple. I thought they might have been a bit too soft when I first done them. Like I say, I think I might We'll give them more testing first, and I'll go and play around with them. But I might put a different spring rate on the second stage on the rear, just to stiffen it up a little bit. I mean, through this, I'm liking it. It's only when I'm trying to go up hills, a lot of steep hills, which we do a fair bit. Sorry about all the ambulances and police and blah, blah, blah. We are in a city, unfortunately. We're not out in the country playing. But yeah, like I say, liking them. Just might need to stiffen them up a little bit in the rear end. We've got the other springs for it, which they came with. So I will test it. So keep an eye out for that. I'll bring it out. I'm not going to, because this one's getting quite long. So when I test those out, I'll bring you along, and that'll come up here. Stage 2, see how that is. But yeah, the fronts, definitely I'm keeping them the way they are. They're performing really well. One thing I forgot is we've just got a new, I forgot that I put that in there. We've got a 40 kg servo in here. So I'll put a link to the description of that. There was, I can't remember. I swapped this way back. The servo in this, I think, was like a 25 kg. And then the Apache needed a new servo. It was starting to get a bit clunky and groany. It did have, it wasn't its original servo, but it was just a cheap, I don't know, I think it might have been the original servo out of this, to be honest. But yeah, it was getting a bit pantsed. So I put the 25 kg servo out of this, and because when I needed to buy a new one, I thought, you know what, so just get one for the Apache, I'll take it out of this, and this one will get a 40 kg one. So I forgot all about that. It's running well. This thing was pulled apart there for a bit, and I put it in, and I forgot that I'd even put it in. Let's give it a test right now. I'll wedge it into this log. All right. That's it, wedged right into that log. You see that? No drama. See if we can get that wheel wedged right into those two there. That'll put it under some strain. There we go, wedge that in. Oop. No, like it. It's got plenty of power. Well, I think that's going to be the end of that. Oh, hello. Yeah. To give it one more shot up this, I think we'll head back because we've got quite a bit of a walk. I don't feel like carrying this thing. This has got to be the heaviest rig we own. This one's well and truly all brassed up. With a battery, this one is running close, is it just over or just under 6 kg? Can't remember. But yeah, she's a heavy beast, this one. This is the heavy one. So it's good for testing, obviously, all the heavy stuff. But yeah, she's the beast. We want to plow through something, bash through something. This is generally the one we pull out. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed it. And like I say, come back, and I'm doing a bad job here because I'm concentrating. But yeah, please come and join us again. Feel free, like, comment, subscribe, all that shenanigans. And hopefully we'll get to see you here again soon. Thanks. Bye for now. Oh, look at that.